everyone. Welcome to the Pouring Takes podcast. I'm Charlie Van.
I'm Tanner.
Sorry, I was holding on to the audio console.
Because he is the producer, so he's kind of running it all right here and talking. So thank you, Tanner, as always. We are, of course, always back here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club in the lovely Lake Highlands, part of Dallas, Texas.
That's right, man.
And it is Monday night, as always, and it is poker night here. It is a pool tournament going on as well, and it is Monday Night Football. There's also hockey going on tonight, I believe some basketball, so it's always a fun Monday here.
All the hits.
This is the best time of the year. Every sport you can think of.
Man, I find it stressful.
It is. It's a lot to intake, but that's why you need to come to a sports bar, a restaurant that has a lot of great TVs. So you look to your left, you got football. You look to your right, you might have hockey. You look in front of you, basketball.
Big screens.
Yeah.
They got a big old wall set up, man. It's pretty cool.
And I'll tell you this.
And it's clean.
It is clean. They have great food, great drink specials. Monday through Friday. There's happy hour till about 7.
That's right.
And then, we've had some of the cocktails on here. So, it is a vibe every week. We are thankful. We just got done giving thanks during Thanksgiving, but we're always grateful and thankful for this place allowing us to continue our podcast here. Great staff all around. Thank you, guys.
That's right. Way to go, everybody.
Cheers to that. Just
cheers to that.
Because it's been now about over a month that we have made this place a home, and so we are so excited.
I tell you what, it's a clean sweep for me.
Yeah.
You got us in here, but since then, I've signed up. I run the karaoke now on Wednesday nights.
What time is that?
8 to 12.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And then we have one of my bands just played here on Saturday, or on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yeah, day before Thanksgiving. And then I have another band playing on New Year's Eve. Those bands are Double Bear, a 90s focus, but still arms outreached among other genres. Band, check them out. And also the Teen Wolves for New Year's Eve. Right here. No cover. Just show up, bro. Have a good time. Listen to some 80s movie anthems.
Heck yeah. Some
pretty
Danger
good.
Zone in the air tonight. Yeah, and speaking of Double Bear, I was here for that show. You guys kicked ass. Brought my dad for a little bit. He enjoyed it as much.
I was glad to meet him.
Yeah.
I've never met him like that.
The ultimate Dallas Cowboys fan, as could say. But yeah, no, you guys lit it. And what's great is there's so much as far as demographic variety of people, all different ages. So you guys brought it because you guys go through a variety. You mentioned the 90s,
That's
but
right.
you do some modern too, and it was so much fun. You can feel the energy, especially the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man, it was dope. I had a really good time.
You had a really good time.
I had a really, really good time. I've been having a really
good
good time since we started here at Underdog.
Yes. Well, cheers to that again. How was your Thanksgiving?
Man, honestly, it was small, but it was the best Thanksgiving I've had in decades.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What was that extra oomph this year for Thanksgiving?
Well, we did the Pecan Lodge turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude. Why not get the best?
Yep.
You know? And why go through the trouble of trying to do it yourself? I want a pro to handle that. You know?
You like it smoked?
It was smoked. It was so good. My wife made gravy ahead of time. It was so good.
Did she do brown or white gravy?
So we did a brown gravy.
I love
this
brown
year.
gravy.
Yeah.
I like white gravy too, but like this time of year, brown gravy.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Do you guys do stuffing?
We did kind of like a stuffing casserole thing because, we didn't have a turkey there to do anything with. So,
That's
how was
good.
yours, man? What'd you get up to?
Yeah, I mean, after Wednesday night, our tradition always is we do lunch and then we go to the Cowboy game.
Yeah.
And so we'll get into that here in a second about that game. But, we got turkey class, broccoli casserole, stuffing. I love stuffing.
Is there a family tension among dishes?
I don't think so. I think
everybody gets along.
Well, you know what? We just throw it all on our plate.
Yeah.
They say rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
Yeah.
It just, just pile it up. Throw in some double eggs, rolls, it just. And then,
I'm far more like everything must have a boundary.
oh, really? You don't like it touching?
I don't mind it touching, but when it's on top of something else,
My
I'm
dad's
like,
is
what are we
like a
doing?
trough.
Yeah,
you,
you just throw
can't
it all in a bowl.
identify what's on it. Had some pumpkin pie, for sure. All great, go to a game food, and then we have leftovers at
And then
night.
you went, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a whole different day.
It is. We got to speed, though, eat through that food, and then, head out there, and you're kind of letting it digest. You're like, man, I am tired. I think I'm going to have a beer.
Yeah.
And but you feel so stuffed, and then you come home, and you're like, all right, it's time for round 2. And then, I passed out. Yeah, it was.
That's what's supposed to happen.
I know.
I didn't make it to 8:30.
Dude,
I watched the game and went home and went right to sleep. We put on Best in Show.
Great one. Yeah.
I made it 5 minutes.
I always watch a movie. I could not do it. I passed out in my clothes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I was just
That
tired.
happens a lot, huh?
Sometimes. I'm pretty good, though, about not passing out.
I don't know,
in my
man. You're a
clothes.
party animal.
Hey, you know what? But
We are on a drinking podcast.
Subconsciously, I get ready.
Hey, I
for
got
bed.
a shot take. So
All right.
there's one. We need to tell everybody about the raffle.
Well, yes.
Okay, Charlie, you want to take it away?
Yes. So, with the NBA right now, it's the Ameris Cup going on. We're getting close. The semifinal is Saturday the 14th. Final December 17th. And we've been talking about this for a little over a month. We've shown it here on the show, and we're about to show more of it. We are giving away a signed Dirk jersey. I apologize that we don't have the picture right here, but it will be on our social media. So when this airs,
it on my body.
Yes, imagine on that wonderful, great body over there. It is legitimately signed Dirk jersey. And so with this raffle, it's to get you guys as hopefully new regulars, as we like to call our listeners, our viewers, sharing our content. And so the most to share, right, multiple likes, multiple reshare, is going to be the winner. We will pick this.
That's right. It goes like this.
He'll break it down.
If you like one of our posts, that's an entry.
Yep.
If you if you tag us, that's 5.
Yes.
And if you subscribe to any of our channels, that's 10.
Yeah, I think around 10.
No? Is
Maybe.
it 10? I think it's 10.
I think it's 10, but we'll fact
It's 10. I'm saying it right now. Let's make the
you know what?
declaration.
If you get right up in that area, that's a lot.
That's right.
'Cause that's
if you
important
subscribe
here.
to us, you get 10 votes.
Because we need subscribers, right? And we want you to join us every week and check us out and join along virtually. Or
Not
heck,
votes, 10 entries.
Yeah, 10 entries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 entries. So your probability of winning the jersey is pretty high, I would say.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So here's a storyline that's going on. The jersey is slim size.
Uh-huh.
Maybe some would call it form-fitting. And I'm trying to convince all of us to take thirst trap photos in this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, my shot take is Rhea will say yes.
That is your shot take.
That's my shot take.
And by the way,
I know she's texted us now.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't looked at it.
I haven't looked at it yet.
I actually looked at it.
You looked at it? Come on, man.
Oh, but I won't say. You can still make your take. You make your take. It's not my shot take. That's your shot take. You don't know yet.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I'm putting it on the line for us.
This will be fun for me, just
Yeah.
knowing.
Just knowing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you. You have to look yourself, but you have to make the shot.
That's true. I already have 2 in front of me.
Yeah, it's like being a magician over here. I know what card it's under.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Remind me
Yeah.
at the end to look.
Yes.
Stay tuned, folks.
Stay tuned and watch my face one way or another. But, yes, it is real quick. It is the guys here. Rhea, she will be back next week. So
Please come back.
I know. Like Tanner and I have fun, but, I mean, you are the balance. And
That's right.
And you push the envelope, which is a lot of fun.
I'm a tech. I don't know as much.
He's technical.
I make
She knows the
wild
numbers.
claims.
Yes.
Trying to trying to just incite a good story.
And we need the debates.
That's right.
We need the
Deion
the
Sanders,
sports
head
debates
coach 2025.
for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Nope.
So
Right
yes,
here, baby.
back to the raffle. Please, definitely engage, because don't you want a signed Dirk jersey?
I do.
I mean,
I'm in there
it's
like
pretty
10 times.
sweet. I know. Under different Tanner.
Nope, they're all Tanner 5000.
There you go. There you go. It's persistence.
That's right.
Eventually.
I tag you in all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I know. So we do enjoy that. Also, come and hang out with us. If you're if you're here local, you're in the Dallas area, come on down to Lake Highlands and hang out with the show.
That's right.
We want to see our regulars in person.
Have a good time.
Come have a drink. Come have a shot.
Come buy me a shot.
By Tanner or me or both of us. All three of us.
Right?
I mean, you'll probably want to buy like Rhea, though. She's the coolest.
That's true. She possesses the most cool.
Yeah. So
unless you call this cool, in which
I mean, I do like that. What do you call that? It's just a hoodie.
It's just a hoodie, but man, is it snuggly and warm.
Yeah.
I bought it right after I saw the movie.
Well, yes. Come hang out with us and this teddy bear over here. As you can see, we need the balance here of a.
Come give me
Rhea.
a hug.
Come. Tanner loves his hugs. He loves his hugs. Are you more of a hug person or a handshake or a fist bump?
I am whatever the other person.
When the fist bump came
with.
around, I was like, oh, "Come on now."
What you don't?
I mean,
you
no,
not
I'll do it, but I know mostly it's kind of because of a germ kind of thing. But
yeah, I'm not trying to infect anybody.
But you're gonna grab your cell phone anyways after grabbing a doorknob.
Wipe those motherfuckers down, bro.
But
all right, what we got? We got Cowboys on the menu today.
Cowboys. We got Cowboys. We got
Stars. We got Mavs. We got
Monday Night Football's happening. We got conference championships in college football coming this weekend.
Let's start with college football, man.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, it was some great games this weekend. UT.
There was a lot of drama on the field this weekend.
Yeah, Ohio State, Michigan, just throwing fisticuffs. We talk a lot about fighting here. There was a fight. I mean, there's never a love lost between these two teams.
For certain.
And Michigan, not ranked, wins this matchup, and you just see the turmoil at the end where pepper spray had to be incorporated.
Y'all, come on, man. It's just a college.
I'm surprised. Now, I haven't seen, but it is Monday, and there's people calling for Ohio State's head coach's job just as he's sitting there watching this and like, what's going on? Like, this is your team, man.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I mean, he has just coming up short so many times against Michigan, but to have your team just go like that. And, yeah, it was crazy. And there was also a fight in another game I forgot, but there was another. It's just turmoil. Rivalries, man. So
I went to Southern Miss, so I don't have any football care in college. I think a lot of the schedule is like when you're blowing somebody out 61-3. That's like, I don't know, just not really exciting to me.
Southern Miss, Brett Favre's college.
Yeah, that. What a great human being he turned out to be.
Michigan, Ohio State, 13-10 was Michigan. So it was a close one. A close one.
Yeah.
South Carolina upsetting 12 Clemson. Very close one, too, 17-14. And then you had Notre Dame beating USC 49-35. Syracuse upsetting number 6 ranked Miami 42-38. And then, SMU already has locked in a spot for the ACC, but they took it to California 38-6.
Yeah.
So, they've been so red hot. Great game. Texas A&M 17-7. The Longhorns. It's always a great matchup. That was a fun one to watch. Got a little close at first, but man, BYU stomping on Houston. BYU ranked 19. They won 30-18. And then
are they going to have a real playoff this year?
Oh, yeah. This is going to get interesting. Well, you were mentioning Dion. They won 52-0 over Oklahoma State.
See, that kind of garbage, you're not doing a very good job scheduling.
Yeah.
That doesn't create exciting games.
Then the Egg Bowl, which is the rivalry between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Ole Miss got the better. Mississippi State 26-14. And then the most nail-biting one was Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech was leading that one. It went into overtime. Georgia, the Bulldogs.
Man, I heard it was like, what, 8 overtimes?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. 8 overtimes. The Bulldogs, of course, and I think this just comes with experience too and coaching, edges them out, 44-42. Like I was out.
It's a 6-hour game. What?
I know. I was, and I was out and about watching that, and I was like
all day.
I mean, literally, it started like 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Right? That thing didn't end until
midnight.
midnight.
Yeah, I was like, it's still going on. Well, Georgia, of course, will face Texas this coming weekend in the SEC Championship, a rematch. So, let's preview really quick these conference games. We'll only do a few. Obviously, I just mentioned Georgia, Texas. Who wins that rematch? I mean, Texas is ranked number 3 now. Georgia's 7. It's going to be tough. I really want the Longhorns. I just think Georgia, they're in Atlanta, they may edge it out. I think it's going to be a great game, but it's just like how Bama was. You put certain teams right in those championships, they win.
Would you have a non-fan watch that?
Yes.
Yeah,
because
that's the one you'd be like, hey, you need to watch this.
Because I think it will be a lot better than the first one.
Okay.
I think UT's gotten better. Quinn Ewers is healthy. But, you could see a little Arch Manning maybe mix in, maybe if you want to, mix things up a little bit.
Okay.
But that is one, because these are the two teams where they're probably the winner.
There's another goddamn Manning out there.
Oh, yeah, Arch Manning, the future. The one that I'm really excited for, of course, our co-host, Rhea, is going to be glued in, is the ACC Championship, SMU taking on number 12 Clemson. And
dope.
Even though Clemson lost, this weekend it was a conference play. But this is going to be exciting. I got SMU winning this. I think what a story year for SMU. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a fight. But I believe in the Mustangs, and I'm not just saying that because, partial here, because just watch them.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been something special. First year in this conference, they've made big waves. Their quarterback, I said it, he is going to be definitely a front runner next year for the Heisman. Their coach has been great. It's the momentum, man. That's what the sport's about. What a story, though. If they can win this, get right into the playoffs.
Good news.
That is huge.
One of the singers of the Teen Wolves is here.
Yes, Chelsea. How are you?
Chelsea, come on over here. You want to be on the internet for a minute? You're not on it. You'll be on it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's recorded.
Yeah, check it out, man. I made you a little section. Just put those on and talk into that microphone.
So yes, I can get a beer, or no, I can't get a beer yet.
Oh, yeah. Do you want a shot? Here's a fireball.
We are a drinking podcast.
Yeah, drinking is kind of what we do.
Beer is, it's a very important part of the show,
Come get next to us.
There
you are.
Let me ask you this.
So look at that camera if you need to look into the camera. Nice.
We used to ask our guests this, and since you're a guest right now, what do you like to drink? What do you usually prefer to drink?
Dos Equis with tahini.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Give that little
No
extra
lime.
spice. No lime. No lime life for
too
you?
much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Are you a shot person?
Not unless my drummer twists my arm.
Hey, let's have a shot.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
have a shot.
cool.
This is the
Shots.
Fireball, our signature of this show.
I'm glad you're here. I'm not a sports person.
I think I'll sip it.
This is a sports podcast. Normally, I am on that side.
I
Ooh.
would say
But one of our hosts is out today, so I'm filling in.
sports,
fun.
little entertainment too.
Yeah.
We love
I
to
see you
cover
got
it
all
all.
dressed up for it, too.
That's
I love
right.
that.
I sure did. I'm in my comfiest clothes. This is Chelsea. She sings in the Teen Wolves. She's famously talented. She also is a karaoke regular about town. You might have seen her over the years. I know that's how I know you.
Yeah. Running karaoke, I met a lot of people that way.
Oh, yeah. Man, that's pretty much everybody I know. It's all through
Honestly,
karaoke.
same.
It's
Same.
ridiculous.
Well, let me ask you both this. Since you guys met through karaoke, and I feel like there's such an enriched karaoke culture here in Dallas. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many great venues that host it. By the way, come here Wednesday nights.
That's right here on
with
Wednesday
DJ
nights.
Tanner. But what has drawn you guys to karaoke? How do you feel about the karaoke culture here?
I repeatedly need the adoration of tens of people around me
It's true.
all the time.
It's true.
You do like your circle.
I do.
trying to fix my hair. It's not working.
You look great. You look great. Look, you're right there. You look
Yes.
wonderful. Doesn't she, folks?
So Chelsea,
yeah, no,
what about
it's really nice. It's a lot of people that ended up having to do a 9 to 5 kind of thing, but they still have all this talent or all this passion, and they get up there and I've met a lot of people that way that I consider family.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. We just get up there and root each other on. It's kind of fun.
It really is empowering. And even if you're the worst, which one of the worst singers I know is standing right over there, he'll agree.
Wait, which one?
He's one of my favorite people to watch because he commits. You can
It's
see it.
beautiful. They
you
love
can
that song.
see that love on them.
And if people can perform, I feel no matter what. Like if you can, like maybe the voice isn't there, but also karaoke. I feel it's about the entertainment too.
That's right. It's not
Fake it till
being
you
a
make
good
it.
singer. If you were a great singer, you would be on TV or MTV or on a stage or whatever.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know what I mean? And like, see, you're a great singer. That's why you're on stage with us.
Yeah.
But like the great singers, they go on to do things. But for everybody else, it's still about making you a rock star for 4 minutes.
Well, can I ask you guys this? Because like, was karaoke something that like really give you that first bite of like, okay, I can perform? Like,
one.
and is it like a muscle, like a
1,000%.
practice too? Since you guys do perform a lot, but in between, just like anything, you got to practice. Do you see karaoke kind of like that too? I mean, obviously it's fun, but
Yeah, I
get it.
saw it like that. I mean, I did choir and stuff growing up, but I didn't really have a whole bunch of exposure to people I didn't know. Because it's kind of nice. You sing a song and people are like, whoa, what the heck are you doing here? It's kind of nice.
My favorite thing in the world is to sing a song that people are like, what?
yeah,
But it's a
Tanner's
hit.
a rapper.
he is.
I do sing a lot
He
of
He'll
rap
does.
surprise
He's right. He
everybody.
brings
It's
it
like, what is
all.
this guy doing?
He brings it back, man.
And
Throw back-
I know that's a trope among karaoke people, but like
But he's like really good at it.
I don't sing Eminem because
He does the classics, like the classic
I like
Spitfire,
classic,
Oh, yeah.
real
good quality
he gets in
hip
it.
hop heads,
rhythm,
and it's
rhythm
really
craze. Yeah.
fun. And it's out of love; it's because I love it.
Yes.
It's so cool.
It's so good. I mean, it really is. It makes me happy. I kind of wish I heard more of your rapping, actually.
Man, you can right here
Here.
on Wednesday nights, 8 to 12.
8 to
Come
12.
on down.
I'll be here this Wednesday.
Nice.
Can't
it
you
back.
believe it?
Very cool.
Let's talk about New Year's Eve.
Oh, hey, yeah, we're going to be here on New Year's Eve.
We
Heck
sure
yeah.
are on that stage right over there.
That very stage.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
it's cute.
dope.
I like it. I'm excited. I just came here tonight for poker. There's
Yeah.
like free poker tournament.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Monday
Happening
and
right over there.
Thursdays here.
There's
apparently.
Keith.
It's
More karaoke
pretty
people.
Awesome. More karaoke people. I love the crossover too. But
That's
New
right.
Year's Eve, is there a cover?
I don't think so.
Just come on in, celebrate.
They've got a nice parking lot. There's a lot of spots out there.
There's a lot of room in here too.
You'll
A lot
cover
of room
them
in
with
here,
great
a lot
music.
Of room out there.
Every drink is good. I've had all their cocktails. The
Yeah.
beers are modestly priced. Take a lot of shots.
Yes, a lot
Staff
of shots.
is all dope.
A lot of shots.
I took the liberty of getting you a beer.
Boom.
Yes. Thank you so much. Can I give you this, please? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay.
No lime.
I don't know what it is. It's already
Is it a taste
citrusy.
thing?
Yeah. It's already citrusy enough.
Yeah, that is true. I never understood the
and then I
lime.
don't know what to do with the lime, and then it's just like,
Y'all are missing out. Limes are dope.
I mean, I love lime, just not in a
Extra lime.
disease.
Extra lime.
You ever have a limeade? Those get
Oh,
extra
heckin'
sour.
right.
Yeah.
Heckin' right.
Chelsea, we have to talk about your stage persona. I'm putting you on the spot now.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who would you compare yourself to for the people out there? I like to do, and you may not see it right now, I like a Don Johnson / James Spader.
Oh my
Of
God.
course I would.
Yeah.
Except I'm fat and old with a beard. But I try my
PHAT.
best. I try my best.
Pretty in pink, James Spader?
Pretty
you
in
say?
pink, James. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Car phone, fucking
Oh,
loafers, linen suits. Let's do it.
Honestly, I have no idea. I always think that when I watch videos of the show, like I think I was so in it and
Yeah.
I looked so cool, and I just kind of looked silly afterward because I was goofing around and having the time of my life with some of my best friends on the stage and like hanging out with the people that were feeling it in the front, and it's just nice. And
That's
then,
a good feeling, man.
So I feel more like a class clown after
Yeah?
the fact than like a
When you're
actual rock
on
star.
stage, when you're like in it,
Yeah.
who are you?
Oh man.
I think you're like Cyndi Lauper, as someone
Yeah?
who comes and watches you guys for years,
Yeah.
because she has that energy. She never turns it
Thanks.
off. And it's not about just the vocals; it's the stage presence.
I appreciate
She
that
just has
compliment.
that high
Yeah.
energy, and I think that's what resonates. You got to. It's the '80s. You gotta bring the. If you're gonna sing those songs,
Gotta do it.
yeah.
And
Gotta
she
bring the
does it,
power.
folks.
Yeah.
I put you on the spot
You
because
totally
I'm
did.
curious
I'm
to
so
know.
sorry. No, I'm curious. I should maybe I should be. Honestly, when I'm up there, I love playing music with you guys so freaking much. It's just a blast.
It's really fun.
It's so much fun that I don't even think about who I'm supposed to be emulating or how cool I'm supposed to look.
It's just
I
riding a cloud. You're
Yeah.
just
love it.
up there.
We
I
have
am
a
Don
good
Johnson
time.
driving his Ferrari at night while my friend loads the blicky. You know what I mean? That's how I feel when I'm
Do you
playing.
have one for each performer, for each bandmate?
I have what I wanted them to be written down.
What do you want me to be, Tanner?
I wanted you to be somewhere between Joan Jett and Jim and the Holograms.
Joan Jett,
do
I
I
could
do
see.
it?
I think, yes.
You think I
have,
do it?
You've absolutely done it a
I
few
just
times.
need a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm always like in your ear, like, hey, man,
Reputation.
that leather jacket is pretty cool. I would like to see that
I
sometimes.
do have the
Yeah, it's
pleather,
dope.
but it's
I mean, it
yeah.
Nobody can tell on stage. Nobody can tell. It's good though, man. And Michael is what was the? I can't remember his name, and this is sacrilege because I'm in an '80s band. But the
Whoa,
Judd
buddy.
Nelson on
Oh,
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Bender.
Bender. Yeah.
I love that
He's
movie.
Bender, but
Yeah.
with like a Kung Fury
Yeah.
kind of vibe. He's also got a henchman face, which is really fun.
I love his faces. He makes some really great guitar playing faces.
That's
for
right.
Sure.
Dave Crandall is the Terminator.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Uh,
absolutely.
yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He's like, yes.
Whoa, and he's got the muscles
Yeah.
for it too.
That's right.
I know
He just
he wears
stands there.
a button shirt, and his is like, oh man,
I
you,
tell
you
you
play
what,
that bass.
That is a pretty man.
You-
And I
you play
haven't
that.
figured out. I think like Javier is like Dr. Octopus, so I haven't really
Dr.
figured out
Yeah.
how to like make like to like tell him
He's
this.
still
So I
blossoming.
maybe
He's
if
only
you
been in the band like a year.
he's been in the band a year.
He'll jump up on some stuff. He's like,
He's dope.
yeah,
I mean, he's fantastic.
His
He's
voice,
great. Love
his
it.
voice. It's so
He's
good.
like he's got mad scientist vibes, a little bit. And then of course Ben, when we get him, he is Doc Brown.
Yeah, I see
So
that. Maybe I kind of get.
I thought a
I
lot
kinda
about
get it
this.
like I get like a Doc Brown, but also like a little bit of a Marty though. Little
Yeah.
bit of
a
Marty.
splash.
Like the transformation, like he's on his dark brown path once Marty grows up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
So I have to ask you guys this though.
Yes.
Being an '80s band, there's so many. 80s is one of those things which is so cool because it lives forever. But do you feel like there's a very overrated, overplayed song that you're like, can't do it, ain't gonna make the
Don't
cut?
stop believing.
Boom. There you go.
Done.
She was quick on that one.
I'm with you.
She was
I'll
quick.
do whatever Tanner tells me to play,
She was-
but
that's
I'll,
a hard
I'll
one.
bitch about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how does the songs work?
Like in
how do
silence.
you guys pick what? Because there's so much great, especially because you do a lot of movie soundtracks. How do you guys choose? Like, all right, we want to learn this, or no?
Honestly, my perspective, Tanner says this is the set list. We need to learn these songs, and then I do it.
He's very much
Other
a producer of
than-
everything.
Right? Other than Eternal Flame, because they were like, my first show with the guys, I was just
Yeah.
standing in for somebody else. And then they were like, hey, do you want to like be our permanent person? I was like, sure, if you put Eternal Flame on the set list. And that's the only,
One.
yeah. So is there another process in your mind? Because I kind of just feel like we're going to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, I am definitely the loudest contributor to the songs that we play. And at times the arbiter of what gets played.
He's
Yeah.
band dad.
Definitely a lot of band dad vibes. But I have the most FaceTime with people listening to that music.
He's
Yeah.
got a knack for it, really. I mean, we get compliments on our set list all the time. There's
Oh,
a
they're
couple.
wonderful.
There's a couple good ones sprinkled in that nobody ever plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, no, you do a great job with it.
Thanks,
It's
man.
a great genre of music because
Yeah.
it's family friendly. There's like none of what you guys play. Like you could go to any place and it's like yes.
Yeah,
80s. Like nobody's
absolutely.
like the 90s could be a hit or miss. There's a lot of good stuff, but there's a lot of stuff you're like, I can't play that for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. You can't play it
You
just
know?
for
Yeah.
anybody.
And also just taste wise, like
Yeah.
it gets because you throw in the poppy, but 80s you just feel good.
Yeah, and we have a penchant to play movie themes and anthems.
Which is perfect.
So it ends up being like all your favorite soundtracks at the same time. And that's really what I'm after.
And too bad you guys weren't playing last week because last Wednesday, which by the way, awesome show, Double
Hey,
Bear.
thanks.
But it was also the anniversary of Rocky IV, which is one of my favorite Rocky movies.
break
And No Easy Way Out, which you guys play and do a hell of a job.
That's one of the hardest songs
I
we
go
play.
and
It's
run to
dope.
that music because I'm a huge Rocky fanatic. Yeah, it was the anniversary. That's crazy.
Hell yeah,
That is
dude.
wild.
I know.
Wild stuff. Hey, so this is a sports cast.
That's right. You want to
Podcast,
talk about sports?
Podcast. I just started watching sports, y'all.
Hey,
What?
welcome. Hey,
I watched my
Better
first
late than-
3 full football games, fully attentive.
which team?
Steelers.
All right, that's better. I was going to say it was the Cowboys, so I'm
Nice.
sorry.
My first full game was Steelers and Jets, and everybody is like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Because I grew up in Dallas, and I'm like, first off,
It's hard to be a Jerry fan.
somebody making you sit still when they're not winning and you don't understand growing up, you know? I
You-
was like,
you-
what do you mean? Why do we
you
support
make a
this
good
team?
point. So you're watching the
They're
right
doing
team.
better now, and they beat the Steelers right before I started watching them.
Yeah. Steelers, though, look really good.
Yeah, Steelers and Jets, it was my first game, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, there's so much history with both those teams. Also the Cowboys, but the Steelers, this team is turning around.
I think that was a lot of it for me. I was sitting with the right people. I was asking the questions,
That's
and they were
Per-
answering it instead of being like, shut up, I'm watching the game,
yeah.
you know?
Well, that's perfect.
So I
Yeah.
got to get an attachment, and then, like, somebody jumped over someone that was almost standing,
Hell yeah.
and I saw my first, like, field goal kick block, and I was like, can you do that? I
Oh,
didn't even
yeah.
know that
Yeah,
was a
dude.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I will say this: it's always great when you have people like that because there are a lot of sports fans. We love to tell you how the things go. You know, just because it is informative. It's so much fun. And yeah, it's fun when you can cheer for a team or tune into a team that's got the winning chemistry.
That's why I play fantasy football, folks.
And that's fun. You know what's crazy about fantasy football sometimes, or pick'ems? It's
What?
usually people that don't really follow sport. They just do it. They just pick with their heart.
I refuse to just pick,
Yeah.
like,
Come join my fantasy football team.
I am only going to
league.
pick once I know enough about the players
Yeah.
to make an informed decision.
My wife started last year, and she's like, I never really followed football before, and then she got fantasy football, and she knows everything.
Oh, is that how she learned everything?
Everything.
I'll have to talk to Charlotte
she
about
learned
it
over
then.
the last 2 years.
It becomes
That's
obsession.
cool.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, hey, if you guys ever want to go watch a game and tell me about what the hell's going on, I mean, I do understand the game.
Tune
at this
into our
point.
watch along at the Cowboys Monday
Oh,
night
boy.
game.
Against the Bengals next
Against
Monday
the
night.
Bengals.
December 9th.
Oh, I love the Bengals.
We'll do a
Wait,
watch along live
different
stream,
Bengals.
folks. It'll be so
but
fun.
it may be rocking for that team. We'll see.
Come hang out with
Hopefully we're-
us at Underdog. We'll hang out together and watch it on the stream, and we'll set up a speaker, and everybody have a good time.
Heck yeah. And you'll either laugh with us, cry with us.
I just totally volunteered Rhea to do that, too, and she doesn't know that I'm going to tell her to do that.
There you go.
Surprise!
There you go.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Make sure to sign up for our raffle.
Yes. Do
There's
that.
a raffle? Gosh, what's that?
It is for a signed Dirk jersey. It's about
Yeah.
your size.
Oh?
Yes.
Who's
Yes.
that?
Well.
Anyway, I'm going to go play poker.
Yeah, right.
right, man.
You
Enjoy.
kids have fun.
Hey, thanks for being here. Come see
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Oh, I don't know. That's not very
Teen Wolves,
prophetic, is it?
80s. love it,
we
baby.
have an
The best.
Instagram, Teen Wolves Band.
At Teen Wolves Band. Everywhere. TeenWolvesBand.com. We got merch.
We do.
We got merch.
We do got merch.
We got merch. Okay.
They
Bye.
got merch. They
Later,
got
dude.
everything.
Thanks so much for
Thank
being
you,
here.
Chelsea. Heck yeah. I
Enjoy
love
that
that. Someone just now watching
tahine.
sports.
Yes, we want to have you back, and you can talk about your new sports situation.
Totally. Okay. Love you.
Hey, good to see you.
Have a good one. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Go back to sports.
Back to sports.
Well, let's talk about the Cowboys.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down. What's that,
to
TSO?
beat the Huns.
All right. So, well, first the Giants game. Broke. Our last win at home was December 30th against the Lions of last year.
Hilarious.
And then since that Packers loss in the playoffs, it's been nothing but losses at home, which is crazy because we've had such a great home record leading up to that. Well, we finally broke it. Is there no surprise? You were talking, last time we were on here, you were like, "Are you overlooking the Giants?" I'm not, but you got to realize what your team has and what the other team has.
True.
And you can't be like one player,
Yeah.
And unfortunately for the Giants, I mean, it's not been our year. It most certainly has not been their year. They got rid of their star player in Saquon, who's killing it in the Eagles. It looked like a Super Bowl. But
MVP.
also,
I got him for MVP. For
you
sure.
don't have a quarterback. You have one receiver. You don't have a lot there. And we have a lot of our issues, but we have just enough there. And so if there was going to be a home game to win, this was going to be the game. And it looked like that. And I'll tell you this, Micah Parsons, he's had his injuries. He looked great. Mozzie Smith, who's been the guy that's been a question mark, who we picked up a year ago in the draft, it's like, I don't know if he's ready. He looked good. And I know, it's the Giants, but you needed this win no matter what. Doesn't matter if the season's over.
Yeah.
Because
needed any win.
Because, here's the thing. Some of these guys are playing for someone else next year. And you need to have these big moments, and it's a morale, and it's a rival, and it's at home, and it's Thanksgiving. And, they needed that 2 wins in a row. I don't think they're in it anymore. The Commanders winning yesterday kind of hurts us big time. It's just hard. Mathematically, it's hard, but just keep winning. I know with draft picks, that's a different thing. But, at the same time, the team hasn't quit either.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I definitely felt like, okay, they were feeling it.
Yeah, they were feeling it. And that's good because, when your team does not quit on your head coach despite, that's a pretty big thing. And you could say a lot of things about Mike McCarthy, but his team doesn't quit, and they haven't quit on the defensive coordinator either, Zimmer. And actually, the defense has been looking a lot better. And you can't, you beat the Giants, but what you did to that Washington team, that's no slouch. I mean, that is a red-hot young offense. You got Jaden Daniels, who's been playing lights out, probably rookie of the year, or at least in the conversation, and a great defense. And there were times in that game where you probably could have lost. It came close. You rose to the occasion. That's what it's all about. Doesn't matter what your record is. It's rising to the occasion and not giving up and fighting, and that team has done that. Halftime show was a lot of fun. Laney Wilson, I didn't know too much about because I'm not deep into country, but Jelly Roll jumped on stage for Save Me. Jelly Roll doesn't do it for you?
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
I don't know.
I like his story, though. I'll say that. Especially, I'm a big fan of all redemption stories, so I'm a softie for that. He will be here, though. I think one reason why he's here in May, him and Post Malone will be there doing a show. But I'll say this, about this team. Now, the question was, do you, would they? Because Jerry was interviewed last week about potential extending Mike McCarthy as head coach. Well, of course he's not gonna come out like, no, I'm not. That's the last thing you went. But he was
Dear
I wouldn't rule it out.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. As long as you want. But you have to let Jerry call all the shots. And you got to just do the best you can with what Jerry decides for you. And if you're willing to do that, they will pay you. Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't really have to work that hard. You just got to do whatever he says until he fires you.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And that has been the same script for over 30 years.
It's been a long time. It
Yeah.
started with Barry Switzer.
I would love to have Reyes debate on it, because here's the thing. I think, starting over, I know that there's fear behind that, but, I think if you don't do something, you don't make the playoffs, which most likely you're not, you can't just go back.
Playoffs mean.
Well, no, you cannot go back to what you've been doing, and I hate to say that because I don't think McCarthy is terrible, but I think we need somebody that can really. I think some of the play calling has been questionable coming up, but I think just if you want the fans to stick along, you're gonna have to make a shakeup. And there was a lot of fans last year that thought after that blowout against the Packers, there should have been a new Bill Belichick. It doesn't matter, a new head coach. However,
it is never going to be Belichick. It's never going to be Belichick.
However, here's what I'll say. If you're on because I've talked to some Cowboys fans that are like I get moving on from Mike McCarthy, but you're restarting over again, and that does hurt a lot of dynamics. Because he also got you though to play out consistent. We have not been that consistent in years.
Yeah.
So, what about this? Young hotshot OC comes in. Young hotshot DC. He doesn't have to call plays. If they're not quitting on him, that's a big thing. You just need a Ben Johnson, like Detroit's offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He turned Goff's career around.
Yeah. I'd say, there's a lot of things going
Dan
right
Campbell's
over
the
there.
cheerleader, but we know who's running that. It's Ben Johnson. Now, obviously, he's gonna, probably get a head coaching job. But if you don't have great coordinators, and I'm just saying, Jerry's not looking to spend money, I'm not. Yes, I get the shakeup, and I'm fine with it. I'm just playing devil's advocate right here. For if you're going to extend, then I would go all in on bringing maybe a Lincoln Riley from USC as the OC. Or how about this? This name has been thrown out there as a betting favorite to take over as head coach. How about you bring in a Jason Witten who knows this team, but as an OC to kind of prove that, because you can just move on from Mike and boom. But let's see what you got. You haven't done a head coaching job yet.
The fans would like Jason Witten. I can see the
but
appeal.
But why not make him an OC first just to see can he run an offense? We know he's got a state title. High school is different. Deion did that. He was a high school head coach first, and then he went to college. But who knows like that? Who knows Jerry World better than Jason Witten? Who's more passionate and get a lot of things out of people than Jason Witten?
Yeah.
And he's a very good offensive mind. And also we got guys like Jake Ferguson, this tight end room.
Yeah.
So and him and Dak obviously have a rapport because they've played. I'm just saying, if you don't move on from Mike McCarthy, that's the move. I think if you keep him, I would like a guy. We're getting to the players who turning coaches anyways. We see with Kellen Moore, why not? And you see even in Philly right now, it pains me to say, but Kellen Moore's doing a hell of a job with the Philly offense there. Obviously having a Saquon, but he's making it work. And on the defensive side of Virginia, he's making it work as well. So having great coordinators. But do I think they keep Mike McCarthy? No. I went all that to make a case because I think if you go to these games and you see how the attendance has dropped in some aspect, and if Jerry really wants to hear the fans, you got to make a change. And it doesn't mean Mike McCarthy can't get another job.
It won't be mine, but it'll be somebody's.
But I think you just don't want that, because already I've seen more visitors this season than I have in a long time. I go to a lot of the games.
You go to a lot of games.
So what do you think? Mike McCarthy should stay or no?
I said what I said about Mike McCarthy, but I also am of the opinion, and you've heard me state this before, but I'll say why Deion is going to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
If it's not going to work for Bill, it ain't going to work with Deion.
Look, Deion also knows what it's like to be in Jerry World, and also has an enormous ego, just like Jerry.
Yeah.
And Jerry is one of those people that doesn't care about winning as much as he cares about people talking about him. And that's what makes him the most valuable franchise.
But Dion does care about winning. I mean, he is obsessed with. Yes, he does.
It's an act.
They just ran up the score 52-0.
You're right. It's all part of the scheme to get the broadest exposure possible. He's telling everybody what they want to hear. And there's some talent. I'm not discounting that.
Dion wants to win, but I will say this, unpopular. I mean, he's just that team. You got, what, 2 players, though, for you on that team. I mean, if you throw them in the SEC, I think it's interesting, but nowhere near. The only thing is,
no one is going to talk about the Cowboys more than if Deion Sanders is the head coach.
But Dion wants control, though. He controls the media there at Colorado. Yeah, he wants control. If it didn't work with Bill Parcells, it's not working with Dion.
All of that is going to work in the Cowboys' money-making favor.
I think Dion wants to go wherever Shedeur, and Shedeur is probably going to Vegas.
I would love to see Shedeur at Vegas. I think he's going to do wonderful there.
It's interesting because some people feel like Antonio Pierce, it was his first year as full head coach, that he deserves another chance. I mean, he hasn't had a quarterback. I mean, I'll say that. But, I mean, if you're bringing in Shedeur, I mean, Dion in Vegas, though, talking about prime time, it's a lot of fun.
That is the next logical choice.
Andy Reid versus Deion Sanders.
It's impossible that he goes to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm saying that my belief, and I feel very strongly about it, is Dion in Dallas.
Well,
and let me be clear, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
But the circus is sometimes fun to look at.
But the circus is what it is.
We don't have,
what is it,
Barnum and Bailey's anymore?
I don't want a 40-car pileup at NASCAR. But if it happens, I'm going to remember.
You're going to watch.
And I'm going to look.
You're going to tune in. Yeah. No, I agree. The circus will be. I mean, I think there's a circus, whether it's Dion, whether it's Bill, because Jerry's always
wonderful for guys like us. If Deion Sanders comes to the Cowboys, we are going to have the best time.
Watch it be Pete Carroll.
Right? Who I feel bad is for your dad. He is a forever Cowboys fan. He's going to have to watch them lose and do stupid shit for another
You know what, though?
Era.
Yes, but he's also, like, been to two of their last 2 Super Bowls they went to. He also has been there through the 70s.
Yeah.
And I know you want to continue, but I feel like the people it hurts the most are the ones who have never got to
What are these?
Embrace it.
Who's it
Thank
from?
you so much.
Oh, Chelsea got us these.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. Heck yeah, we'll cheers to that.
Oh boy.
But whatever's going to happen is going to happen, of course. How about this real quick on Cowboys?
Hey, talk to us on our Discord.
Yeah, tell us
I'm on
what
there
you think.
all day.
Yes.
And I have nobody to talk to. You want to
feeling
talk stupid
lonely.
shit?
He's feeling lonely.
I'm with you, boo.
That's why
Charlie's on there like half the day. Rhea's on there half the day. I'm on there
all the day.
all day. And I'm mostly on my computer sitting around playing Satisfactory
There you go.
because I love that shit. Let's talk about it.
Satisfaction.
That's right. That's how I get my satisfaction.
Well, real quick, Monday is Cowboys-Bengals next Monday.
Yeah, let's watch it here.
Let's watch it here. Come hanging out with us. Maybe get on stage. We'll like he said, we'll have speakers here. Maybe we can get a live stream going.
That'd be dope.
Get a live stream going. Must win for both teams. I mean, the Bengals, man, talk about just a tough season it's been because they have so much of the personnel. But
we'll stream it to Discord. Join our Discord.
Join into our Discord.
We're not going to do it on YouTube because we'll get flagged to death.
Yeah.
But we'll do it on Discord for sure.
And
pouringtakes.com. Check our Discord.
It's another home game here, so we'll see what happens. Well, you know what? I got to make a shot take. So we know what your shot. Well, is your shot take for right now or for next week?
It's going to happen at the end of the episode.
Okay.
Remember, will Rhea take a thirst trap photo in?
I still have another shot over here.
I gave one of mine to Chelsea.
Yeah. All right. Cheers to that. Well, I'll save. You know what? I'll save that to the end.
What are you drinking for?
It's Monday.
That's a good reason. Cheers. Let's do it.
Hey, just cheers to the Cowboys' victory. Home.
I could drink to that.
Yeah, they broke that curse. Bengals, Cowboys.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, they broke the streak of
it wasn't
losing.
a curse.
Not a curse, but
The curse
they
is
felt
alive
cursed.
and well.
No, what's curse is, man, I was watching Justin Tucker yesterday, missing field goals. That guy
Bro,
used to be-
Justin Tucker was rough. Kirk Cousins had a really hard week.
I'm not surprised by that.
Really?
I like Kirk, but that's his MO. Like,
Oh,
as
yeah?
much that people give Dak shit, like, Kirk's been doing it longer. And I think that's why they did draft Michael Penix too. I mean, you gotta know eventually Father Time gets us all, and he's 36.
By the time is undefeated.
Mid to late 30s. You know how that feels. So it's gonna be it's a young man's game, man.
I'm in the latest 30s you can have.
You're 39.
That's right.
You're about to clock out.
That's right.
Go to 40.
June. I have until June.
Wow. I got
Then
a
I hit
couple
my
more
40s.
years.
And by all accounts, 40s are fucking dope.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the new 20.
And it's not like I have kids.
Yeah.
If I get tired, I just go to sleep.
You got a dog.
That's right. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get 2.
Yeah, me too. I might next year.
Yeah.
My little guy is like, I always feel bad when I take him around because my parents have his Shih Tzu, and growing up around him, like I think is like, because dogs are wolf pack. They don't
getcha.
have to play, but it's the acknowledgement. And see, you work remotely and home, and like
we're home
I'm
all the
gone.
time.
I used to be remote, but I'm not home all the time. But anyways, Cowboys Bengals next Monday night watch party here. Can't wait for that one. We'll see what happens with the score. Real quick on some other sports. The Stars, they had a little bit of a losing streak last week.
What?
I know. Last Monday and Wednesday.
How? They had the hottest offense in the league for a
Away,
minute.
though. They are really good at home, though.
Yeah.
Winning Friday night and last night, beating the Winnipeg Jets, who are the leader of their division right now, 3-1. So, it's where they're the opposite of us. They're how our Cowboys. Where Cowboys were. A better home team.
Okay.
But it's still early. It's still early for hockey.
Regard?
It's still early for hockey. Well, no, Cowboys for so long had a real for almost 2 years. Like
they were
15 home wins or something like that. It was crazy, but
unhinged.
But then again, you should be good at home. The energy, right? And hockey games, if you've never been, especially Stars, it's a lot of fun.
Man, I do love hockey games.
We've been talking about this raffle. Obviously, the Meritus Cup is going on. The Mavs win. Mavs are looking good. They got Luka back. And what I've loved, and we kind of were talking about this, I've liked seeing them win without Luka just because you need to have that question mark.
Yeah.
And so this team, they won Friday night, I think it was, or no, Saturday against the Utah Jazz, and then I believe they won again last night. Hold on, I'm just bringing it up. Sorry.
I haven't watched a lot of basketball because I can't find it.
They beat the Trailblazers 137-131, and then the Jazz. And then did they play? They didn't play Friday night, but they did play Wednesday, beating the Knicks. So they're on a little winning streak.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Go Mavs.
Go Mavs.
I understand Luka is out.
No, he's back now.
He's back.
Yeah,
now.
he is back now. So he came back. I think yesterday was his first game back.
Yeah, how did he look?
I mean, you look good. I mean, I like the fact that, I mean, obviously you want Luka always in the mix, but it's just because that was the downfall always. Luka's out, who's stepping up, or it's just Kyrie.
Yeah,
now you have the ensemble, man.
Yeah, I like a deep roster. That always feels good. And as much as basketball has gone through phases where stars win everything, they can carry whole teams all the way. It's really wonderful to see the emergence of the team aspect kind of come back.
Yeah.
Where you gotta play around. You can't just give it to one guy and hope,
No, I agree. I think you just have to have the sporting.
There's
you
a
just
dude
have
coming
to.
in right now, and I want to interview him someday.
Yeah, I totally know who you're talking about.
There is a dude that looks like the coolest guy from every movie you saw in 1989.
It's true.
And I'm in awe. I just
Have you
want
ever
to
seen?
know this guy.
It's not an '80s movie. You ever see Last Action Hero?
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of like that. Someone stepping out of a movie, like
He
right.
literally looks like he walked off of a poster.
Yeah. Like Kung
In-
Fury.
In the best
Oh,
way. This
It's
is
the
said
best.
with pure love and adoration. As somebody
I would
who
love to
likes
look.
to wear weird shit, like, dude, love it.
yes,
Love what you're doing.
yes. I like it. I like it too. I like.
Sorry, not to derail us,
Yeah.
but that guy, he's walked in a few times, and I'm like,
We knew this show was going to be derailed without
He's
Rhea
the
being
best.
here, and she should
5
be
minutes.
back. 5 minutes. We got
5 minutes.
Okay, how about this? In 5 minutes, I'm going to say this: UFC is this Saturday. It is
5-ish.
UFC 310. This is going to be an interesting card. We got a guy from Fortis MMA, Kenny Nzuchukwu, is going to be fighting on this card as well. So if you love supporting Dallas local fighters.
Where can we watch that?
So, yeah. So it is going to be on ESPN Plus. It is a pay-per-view, so it's not free. But, hey, you can come here to Underdog.
Oh, that's
Restaurant
right.
and Sports Bar to watch it.
And I'm here every other day anyway.
Yeah, so come on down to watch a great fight atmosphere. We saw, Tyson and Paul here, and I was here the next night for UFC 309 getting my extra fight fix because you know me as a fight fan.
Logan.
Enthusiast.
Or is it Logan or Jake?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul rigged that fight.
So I don't think he had to do a whole lot. I think
didn't
we
have
knew
to.
from the get-go. I mean, it was what it was. It's
That
the
was
past.
not a fight. That was a stage play.
But if you want to know some great fights, this card, the December cards always deliver. And this main event, what I'm excited about is because it's the smaller weight classes that always deliver because they're so fast. This is the flyweight division, which is
Oh, boy.
125 pounds.
good grief.
You have Alexander Pantoja, who's from Brazil. He's the champion. I've been watching this guy forever. This guy is so quick. Just the way he moves, and throws punches, and great grappler. Takes your back real quick and just, and he also just goes to battle. So if you don't follow fighting, if you just like or what you think of UFC as far as just scraps, this guy's willing to do it. He's not just a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Yeah, that's his base. But he just goes rock'em sock'em. One of our guys, Brandon Moreno, I mean, they had some of the best rock'em sock'em, like just back and
Hell
forth.
yeah, man. That's what you want in a
Yeah.
spectator
Well,
fight.
but-
I'm not very smart fight-wise. I know
Yeah.
a bit of boxing,
But
I don't know anything about
But
UFC.
if you want to see speed and quickness, it's the flyweights.
Yeah.
These guys are like 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", like,
Well, you got to be if you're
yeah,
125
yeah.
fucking
Well,
pounds.
yeah, you cut down to that. It's not fun.
No way.
But
that's about what you
now,
weigh.
what's interesting, a long time, I'm a thin guy, but I still got to move a rib. Kaya Sakura, who was from Rising, which is a Japanese promotion. He's been over there. He is making his UFC debut, and it's always interesting when a guy comes in or girl and like their debut is for the title. It has happened a lot more in the past, not as much presence, but Alexander's kind of cleaned out the division, man. He's had a lot of rematches, and that's what and a lot with 125. Like, there's only so many guys that make that.
Yeah.
And because they're so good, so fast, it's hard to get a winning streak. So he's taking on a guy coming over, Japanese champion. I love a lot of the fighters out of Japan. They're so tough. They're so, hard hitting. I mean, super well rounded. And this is going to be a fight. If you don't know him, go watch his highlights. But, like, that's also a great thing because a lot of the UFC fans might not know him.
Yeah.
But that's a guy that can make a fight. And you never know. I got Pantoja in this fight, but, it's going to be a scrap. Always the lighter weight classes are so fast, but especially 125. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Co-main event, Shavkat Rakhmonov. This guy is a killer. Like, if you've ever...
I'm sorry, his name is what?
Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, that sounds like a murderous type of person.
This guy, when it comes to wrestling and submission, just grabbed your. I mean, and so one of our guys, Jeff Neal, fought him. And I think it was probably one of. I would say that's. Even if Jeff came up short, he threw everything but the kitchen sink at this guy. This guy's like a zombie. But I think Jeff got the best of him compared to some fighters, but this guy's just so stone-faced. You could tell he loves to fight. Strong wrestler. And a lot of these guys over in Russia, Dagestan, like, they're just built to wrestle and just strangle you. And that's what Shavkat. And he does it with a smile. He seems like the sweetest guy when he interviews. But when he's in that cage, it's like just another day in the office.
Getting wrecked, bro.
Yeah. So he is taking on in the future McGarry, who also has fought our guy Jeff Nail. And I just throw that out there because of the relevance there. Ian is from Ireland originally. You know, always came in as like, you know, looking up to Conor McGregor, has met Conor McGregor. But, you know, the guy is there. You know, there's Taekwondo. You know, there's boxing, there's jiu-jitsu, and then there's in wrestling, and then there's just kids who grow up in MMA.
Yeah.
He's one of those. And those
These
are the ones.
Jeet Kune Do,
just
mix it all up.
Now kids, that's what they're doing, just MMA. And so by the time they get to this age, like 17, 18, 20, 21, they know it all. It's not like you're just a wrestler that's pulled in, taught how to box, or a Taekwondo, and you're taught how to wrestle and jiu-jitsu. You're already learning it in the gym.
Yeah.
In the top gym. So, you know, he's, you know, been a guy that's been a hot prospect. And, I mean, he's long, he's rangy, he's athletic, and he's brash and confident.
So this is the one to watch.
Yeah, and they've sparred together, although I'll say the footage I saw, there's no overreaction. They're not going, from what I saw, not super hard. And sparring and fighting, two different things. But the winners of this are going to get the title shot for the welterweight. This is 170 pounds.
So there's stakes.
Yeah, there's definitely stakes here. So it's gonna be interesting. Especially it's kind of like striker versus grappler, which is what we wanted in the early UFC days. Like, what would happen with a boxer versus wrestler? Like, what a jiu-jitsu and a karate guy, who would win that?
Right.
You know, we saw what Hoist did.
Simple matchups.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But you know what got crazy is when they turned the wrestler and gave him striking and jiu-jitsu.
Yikes.
You know, they're like, what's the difference? Well, wrestling, you're not obviously choking, but once those guys mastered jiu-jitsu and then they had just boxing, a lot of those guys have so much power. You know, Shavkat's not one guy who's going to one-punch knock on you, but he's going to grab you.
Who's Jean-Claude Van Damme in this situation?
That's a very interesting question. Depends on who you like. You know, it's very brash.
Sport.
I'll go probably in, only because Shavkat's been the boogeyman since he's got into the 170. He just runs through everybody, you know. But then there's probably people who don't like the brash youngness of in. So, but I think it's still in, just because he is primarily the striker, you know, and just the way Shavkat's aura is, and the people he's gone through, you're like, nobody else goes through like that. And you know, so, and then another couple fights just real quick that I think will be exciting. Cyril Gahn, who is a former interim heavyweight champion, take on Alexander Volkov. These heavyweights, somebody might be going to sleep in this.
Think so?
Tico, you know, Cyril, heavyweight kickboxer. Like, I mean, you know, heavyweights, it just takes one.
Yeah.
Then you go night quill.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Now, if you love grappling, if you really like grappling, Bryce Mitchell, 145, taking on Kron Gracie. And so, I mean, Bryce his ground grade is very underrated, just meaning, like, you know, compared to a lot of the high grapplers and that, like, not to say you wouldn't think he wouldn't be a good grappler, but he could be scrappy, but he's got some really underrated jiu-jitsu, fights out of Arkansas. And then, obviously, you know, Kron Gracie just coming for that lineage. I mean, you're Gracie, you know, so the high level. So I'm excited about that if it hits the ground. But you never know. I mean, and sometimes you see these jiu-jitsu guys come out of nowhere and knock somebody out.
When is this? When are we watching this?
This is Saturday night.
Saturday night.
It's Saturday night, UFC 310. Should definitely deliver. And once again, our local fighter, Kenny Nzechukwu, who's now at heavyweight, won his heavyweight debut back in October. Great guy, nicest guy you ever meet. Long arms. I'll never forget just working with him in jiu-jitsu in the gym, and it was like Cirque du Soleil. He just picked me up, and I'm like, hey, you know.
Yeah, this is it. I'm up here now.
He's so tall, lanky, came from no sports background, and, you know, just the way he's elevated, but nicest human being you'll ever meet.
Great, man. I'll root for him.
But in the cage, a savage, just like his nickname. You
That's
know,
great.
just just goes through it. So great fights coming up. Yeah, dude, I think that's all we got here. I think we've covered up.
Real quick.
Yeah. Oh, yes, your shot take.
Oh, shit, I forgot about it. Okay, here we go. Will Rhea take a thirst trap photo in the jersey?
Do you want me to read her comment or you want to read it?
I want you to read it to me.
All right. Hey, Rhea. Well, this is part of the show. You're not here, but all right. This is what is it you just said, can you wear it? Is it possible?
Is it possible that you can get in it? You don't have to wear it out. But if you can get in it and take a picture.
She was saying it was a little small.
Snug is good.
And then she said, I'm sorry, Rhea. Should I say it? She said, not with. This is a very rare. Not with my double D's.
What did she say? I didn't see it.
Not with my double D's. We love you, Rhea. You're always honest.
Well, I guess I got to take that shot.
You got to take that. You want this? You don't want another one or no?
I mean, I'll drink this one. We'll buy you another one.
All right. Well.
Because we're on camera now.
Yeah. Well, we pushed the. I like how I got. I don't know why I get blushed at these things. Like, I don't know, like I can't push the envelope.
Yeah?
You know what? This is many years in doing like the radio stuff, and you're like, you can't
train to not push that button.
No, but it's funny. I like how she said that. We know that's a very. First of all, cheers to Rhea as always. She is definitely the energy of our show.
I'll work on her, folks.
But. She does have the jersey.
Thank you,
with her,
regulators. Thank you, regulars. Thank you for having me on the show again. I hope this isn't a trend because this is really hard and I get really dry.
Well, you're always on the show, but
not like this.
Not like this. No, you run it. You make sure we're on point, and here, no script.
That's right.
No
script today, baby.
I know, but you know what? We enjoy you. Once again, once you watch this. If you want that Dirk jersey, it can be yours, but you know what you got to do.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. All those things are worth different values. You know what's up.
By the way, isn't Double Bear playing this coming weekend?
Oh, yeah. We're playing over at Double Wide
there
with, I don't remember the name. But we'll post it on our socials, and I'll let you know.
Follow all the socials. Come hang with us. Until then, cheers.
Wait.
Boom. There we go. Closing time.